Hello everyone and welcome back to the Toy Barn. We are here and my name is Daren Lester. My wife Kathy is over there.
Hello folks.
And I'm going to tell you a little bit of happenings that I've been noticing, trends over the last, well, I'm going to say month and a half, maybe 2 months, depending on which site you're talking about. We've got several things I need to announce to you, some things that we've gone through and done. And like I said, some trends that I want to deal with. But first off, I am so excited that my son Justin is coming back.
Yes, we're excited.
From the Dominican Republic. Him and his wife Caitlin. We can't wait to see him. Hopefully we'll be able to grow out with them this coming weekend.
We are going to.
Whenever we get down to my mom's to celebrate Ellie and Adeline's birthday. So we are very excited about that. He went down there for a business trip and we've missed him awful. So we can't wait to see him. So I'm just going to say that in case he sees the video. If he don't, that's fine. I'm going to tell him I said it anyway, right? Secondly, let's see here.
You had to put it on a piece of paper?
Yeah, yes, I've got a list of things to discuss.
Okay.
That's why it is.
Okay.
There's so much that I've noticed as of late. I want to deal with them, and then I'm going to get out of the way so Kathy can talk about the subject some of you guys are here to see, and that's about what we've sold. Now, sales have been up and down, up and down, up and down, hit and miss, hit and miss. And I'm going to tell you the pattern I've noticed on each one of the sites. We sell on eBay. We've got eBay Plus or Madcap Toys Plus, our second store. We've got Poshmark. We've got Mercari. And we have District. So I want to talk about each one of those sites real quick and real fast, along with some other things that have been going on as well. Secondly, those of you for this past week, when you see this on Wednesday, it'll already be over because it was basically Friday through Monday. We had a yard sale with Travis, and I want to tell Travis thank you very much for inviting us to take part of that yard sale.
Thank you, Travis.
Sales have been doing good. I mean, they can always do better, right? But it has been code. So we started out a little bit early, I think, this year. But hey, people enjoyed it. People come out and got some good deals. And for you guys that are following us on the channel and our local home, Bloomington, Ellisville, Spencer, Seymour, Bedford, Indiana, all those towns here around in South Central Indiana, you might want to check us out. I'm going to try to announce it next time. We're going to try to get some more sellers that deal with us on eBay, Mercari, or Poshmark, and maybe District. Yeah, anywhere. We're going to try to get some more sellers to join us so we can get more of a communal feel about this.
That would be so cool.
You know, and that is the go. And I want to thank you, Travis, for inviting us to take part and work with you on that yard sale. Hope we do good on this one, and I know we are, but I'm hoping we do better on the next one. So thank you again, Travis. I hope you see that. And then, guys, I want to talk about some issues that I've got planned for my main eBay store. Now, many of you guys know that I'm going to say this last month, I don't know exact day, I think it was the 1st, because we always try to do this stuff on the 1st. I ended every listing I had on Mercari. Almost at the time, it was like 8,900, 8,800 listings, somewhere around there. A few short, maybe, of 89. Since that time, we've been taking listings that somehow have morphed into multiple listings.
They gave birth.
And deleting them. Things that have sold, we've been taking them off. But at the same time, we have been refurbishing, repicturing some here and there. Not all of them, because we just don't have time at this time. But also maybe having, because I've had to take and make sure my weights have been right, because some of them have been way off.
Oh, yes.
I had some from where Mercari, obviously, when they did their 2 reboots, where they took and changed the pricing on us the first time, when they took away the fees on the seller and made it just where the buyer was going to pay it. And then when they changed it back and they adjusted the prices in between there, I had some of my prices way off by 10 times. I had some of my shipping prices. So some of you fellow sellers on Mercari, make sure in your listing your shipping price is right, because I've had some items that were 4 pounds that were at 4 ounces. I've had some items that are 8 ounces up to 4 pounds.
Today.
Yeah.
Shipping an item.
And we had an issue with that today on Mercari. It was a just thing that we caught, but we missed it because we trusted the weight because I didn't take time to do the weighting process right on it after we took and relisted it somehow. So I missed that one. But you will want to check on that. Check on your prices if you're doing it. Check on your shipping weights. Check on how that's shipping, because a lot of us that relied on priority mail, it's no longer there. You got to do ground advantage. And the difference between Mercari is for every pound it goes up in price on Mercari. eBay, you got 1 to 5 pounds. Mercari goes up every pound. The weird thing is UPS, is it UPS SurePost, what they call it on Mercari? I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, and then also on eBay they call it UPS ground.
Yeah, it's ground advantage. It's a little different, but on Mercari, the UPS postage offering that we have there to ship it out via them is oftentimes cheaper. It's almost like it's priced at the USPS ground advantage rate for eBay on the other side. Because you can go a lot of times up to 5 pounds with UPS sure rate or postage on Mercari, and it'd be way cheaper, because you can go from a pound $8.35, 2 pounds $8.35, 3 pounds $8.35, and then 4 and 5 I believe is the same, but they may adjust. And also a lot of it may depend upon the zip codes you're putting in there or whatever you're doing on that. So check on that part of it. But I know 1 to 3 is the same, so check those out, because that's very, very important. But I'm going to be announcing that I don't know if it's going to be this month coming or next month, but I'm going to end almost all of my items I have put on eBay.
What?
Like I did on Mercari.
Okay.
So I can go through it, because I've got 90 days to put them back up before they're deleted. And I'm going to continue to post new items, but I am going to go through and double check my pricing, double check my weight, double check my descriptions, my pictures. Some of them may get corrected and fixed better. Some of them may not, because you know how it is. You get so much time and you got to rush through it.
And
but
are we going to go like shelf per shelf?
we're going to try to do the shelf per shelf and try to check inventory. If I can, I'm going to have Kathy help me on some of it. But we're going to do so much a day, like maybe 1 shelf a day if we can. And we're going to do that so that we can get ready for the holiday season, because like many of you guys know, this year on eBay for a lot of us has been hit and miss. So if I'm going to take it, I'm going to take it during the worst time of the year for sellers, and that would be late spring, early summer. So we want to get through that, get it done, do it, and do it right, because I believe, like with my Mercari, since I've been doing the end it all and relisting it all little by little, guys, I have been seeing sales increase. Now, here is some things I do want to talk about, and that's why I'm taking time to do this with you as a fellow seller online. On Mercari, the recent trend I have been seeing on Mercari is I will have up to 3 days, I will have up to 3 sales in a day. Okay, some days will be 2, some days will be 1. Okay, so I'm not saying every day, but we get usually up to 3 sales in a day on Mercari for 3-4 days straight. Then we'll have a day, maybe 2, where we'll have a big old ought, as my dad would say, or 0 sales. I don't know why. I don't know if they're doing something to the site. There's nothing that gives me indications that they are, but we will go literally a day. Usually it's a day, but sometimes 2 days with no sales or activity on Mercari. But then we will have activity for 3 to 4 days straight. So, I don't know, no rhyme or reason, but I've noticed a pickup in sales because Mercari was more off and on before we did the end and sell similar on Mercari or relist. So it is getting a little bit better. Can't say it's great, but it has helped. So if you are a little stagnant on Mercari, I would recommend that you consider what we did. A lot of work. No joke.
But also, the way that you're helping yourself, some folks may not know that I've already subscribed newly, that you are using a product extension, which is called Product Relister for Mercari, and you can get it under your Google Chrome extension. And
at this time, it is only available on Google
Chrome.
Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, guys, I'm going to jump to the main eBay store. I'm going to do Poshmark last. Okay, the main eBay store. our main eBay store, Madcap Toys, has been doing where almost always it gets 1 or more sales a day. So it's more consistent. But we do get a hiccup in there, and usually if we have a hiccup, it's on Thursday nights when they're rebooting the site, okay, where we will have a 0 sales day. But it's not often. But we have had more in the last 6 months, 0 sales days, than we've had in the last 25 years. And yes, I'm going to say it again, 25 years. We are not new to this reselling thing. Yep. We've been doing it. We did sales up to 20 sites at one time. During the time when we was working, we had more people working with us. So we do know what we're doing on this. But the sales have been doing a little bit better, averaging out, but I can pick those up, I believe, if I do the reboot on my site and refresh and see what we can maybe do to lift our game up. Number 2, Madcap Toys Plus. Now that site, the last 2 days, is today the 3rd or the 2nd?
It's almost the 3rd.
Okay, so far Madcap Toys Plus has been an exception to the rule. Yeah. Madcap Toys Plus, as of today, this would be Wednesday when you see this, okay, has had 0 sales for the last, counting today, 3 days.
And before they say anything on the TV screen, yes, I listed.
And yes, she does list, guys. So I'm telling you, like last night, the listings will vary because we are doing odd and end things. Like, you know, I said the yard sale thing, we're doing a little bit of work with some items that have slowed down and don't move very well or get a lot of attention. We took them off the main eBay store or Madcap Toys Plus or Mercari or wherever it is, and we took them up there to be with Travis, and we're trying to sell them. Some of them, thank the Lord, has sold. But we've noticed a trend with eBay. Madcap Toys Plus, our second store, has just sort of up and died the last little bit. Now we do figure it'll pick up because it always does happen. We have that happen with Madcap Toys as well, but not 3 days. It'll usually go like half a day or a day at worst. And it's been since they've been working on the site. And we all know that they're doing whatever it is they're trying to do on Thursdays, usually the big one, and they've got different payment centers they're wanting to work with and all this other things that they're dealing here and there with on eBay. So a lot of that has to do with it. So guys, keep that in mind. Now I'm going to go to Poshmark. We have noticed a trend on Poshmark. Now I'm telling you this because it's not an everyday thing. It is a thing where we sit back and we go for literally about a month and a half to 2 months, where I've noticed it's almost, what, 2 to 3 days, and we'll have a sale on Poshmark. In other words, we'll have a good day, you'll go 2 or 3 days, nothing. Then you might get a hit, you'll go a day or 2, nothing. Then you might get several hits, and then you'll go a day or 2 with nothing. That is a trend we have noticed on Poshmark. We don't know what's going on. We know they're changing things up a little bit over at Poshmark, but I'll let you read the news that they have put out and what other sellers have put out so that we don't have to get in depth on the detail here, and we can get you to the points you want to hear. District, we are growing. We thank you. If you're a fellow seller online, check us out at Madcap Market. District is growing for us. It's a slow grow, but it is a grow. Yep. And we want fellow sellers, put your stuff on. The fees are way low. All we charge for is 5%. The site charges 5%, total of 10%. We can't help what they charge, but we only do that so that we can try to buy ads to advertise the site as the money comes in. So that's the plan on that fee. But so far we've had 1 sale on that site. Hopefully real soon it'll pick back up like it should and keep going. Let's see here. What else do I have? Have I left anybody out, Angel?
Not that I know of.
Okay. We are planning, like I said, to have more yard sales with Travis and hopefully other fellow sellers. So keep an eye out. We're going to advertise it on our Madcap Toys page. We're going to advertise it on our Facebook page. We're going to advertise it just all over Facebook, quite honest with you, and probably in other sites as well. We may do a lot of little ads here and there on like our YouTube channel when we're getting ready to have it during the weekend, because I think our next one, when we get it settled up, we're wanting to do a 4-day sale, I believe, with Travis. And I'm going to try to get Jordan to go in there. I may see if I can get Brenda to join us if she has anything. And maybe a couple other people that we're sort of off and on talking to about it. But I know everybody's got a different schedule and they got different things going on in their life and the world, especially with what's going on with school right now with kids and all. So some people may be a little busy till later on in the year, but this is something we're trying to do to get our reseller community to grow in Spencer, Ellisville, and Bloomington, Bedford, Indiana, especially. And hey guys, I've got some buddies up in Indianapolis. If you want to come down and sell with us, just let me know. I'll be happy to have you. Angel, you want to take over? But she's got some sales to talk to you about, guys. And if you've noticed trends on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, District, let me know in the comments below, and let me know what you think about possibly a community yard sale. Would you be interested in that? Ready?
I would, definitely. Hey folks, Kathy here, Madcap Toys. You are back in the toy barn. I hope you have had a fantastic week so far. So I think Daren covered pretty much everything there. So we're just going to get started on the what sold.
Okay.
Shall we?
I'm sorry that took so long.
No, you're fine. Fantastic. So we're just going to get going with, and I'm pulling out. So while Daren, we were going to shoot this video 30 minutes ago, and we noticed our Camry battery was dead. So what we did is, I'm going to go to the house and get it charged for 30 minutes. So I was like, well, you know, I was kind of looking around. I was like, you know what? I'll do a couple of YouTube shorts, have them scheduled for the week. So I actually did some workout here, which was great. So got a little homework done. So I was thrilled to death. So he come back in and we were ready to play.
I was scared to death you'd be asleep out here.
I could almost go to sleep out here. It's comfortable.
It is comfortable, isn't it?
When it's not too cold and not too hot, you can be here. But if it's 90 degrees outside and it's not been cool, like in the nighttime, you don't want,
well,
no.
I plan on getting a small air conditioner this year. If all works well, I mean, it's not a money issue. It's getting the time to put it in.
Well, to find one that you can put a hose where it doesn't ruin your products.
Right, exactly.
Because you've got lots of carded things. I would hate to see those
and also
get ruined.
we are looking for a building to where we can do some of this stuff, too.
Yeah, warehouse.
Yeah.
Warehouse related, because we need room. Yeah. But if we were to do that, we would have yard sales out front and all that. Oh, it'd be great to do that.
We talked to Travis about that today.
Yep, we sure did. All right, let's get this party started. So we have 10 items on Madcap Toys Plus, even though Madcap Toys Plus feels like it's been shut completely off in the last 2 days. So I listed yesterday, I'm going to list tonight, but I go in, like early this morning, I heard Daren's eBay cha-ching. I was like, okay, that's good for him. Let me see how many I've got. None, for 2 days. So.
Well, it's been a pattern with the sites where even on the main eBay store, it's like they'll turn on for 2 hours and shut off for 4.
It's weird.
It's weird.
It's weird. So we're going to get started. We got 10 items on Madcap Toys Plus. Let's do it. So the very first one was a brand new sealed, never been opened by human hands Blu-ray. And this was from ESPN, the 2 Escobars from 2010, brand new sealed. And this was on the Addy shelf. We don't normally talk about the Addy shelf.
No, the Adam's sort of quiet.
The Adeline shelf.
Oh,
the Adeline shelf.
Okay.
We have an Adeline and an Adam. So this one's Adeline. She normally, her shelves don't usually sell like periodically like some of the others. But you know how it goes. And anyway, this Blu-ray sold for $8 plus
shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot, and we did great because this mostly came from yard sales and big lot buys.
And we have been getting good deals. Like this last week, what I spent about $75 with Travis, but if I count earlier this week when I went there the first time, when the yard sale we wasn't a part of, we bought $50-some. So I've spent about $127 with him, right?
Did you ever you have
I just
some?
Did that.
Okay, yeah. And then you've got another buy coming up very soon,
yes,
too.
Yes, I do.
So there you go. All right, and then from a pallet buy, I'm almost out of these completely, but I think I might have an unopened box that I could probably pull. From Monster Jam Dirt Squad Wedge. So I sold one of those, found on Jordan Shelf 4, and it's a sellout. And it sold for $7.50 plus ship. So that was, again, a pallet buy. We sold and paid maybe couple bucks for me, if that, and did that. So we've been that one was good. I got positive feedback on it already, and it's been going. It's been selling really
even
good.
to show you something, Jordy made a sell today, which we've not been announcing his so much, but you know, some of the small stores are even getting a little.
Yeah, he changed his name. It's no longer the Hoarding King. It's now the Collector's Corner.
Yeah,
so I found that
because he's going more towards a collector theme.
Yeah, because he sells more coins and things like that. So we got back to that. Next up, another palette in the clothing area. I've been selling these uniform polo shirts for boys like crazy. So this person bought 4 polo shirts all in one order. So this is the boy short sleeve performance uniform polo shirt from Cat and Jack, light blue, size medium. Sold 4 of them, and altogether it sold for $23.96 plus ship. Very, very, very good. Definitely good. All right. And then she also used the volume discount, which makes it even better. Pretty good. All right. From our media buy, we sold a CD. It's called A Beautiful Lie by 30 Seconds to Mars from 2005. Of course, found in our media area. And the CD sold for $5 plus ship. So they asked for a little buy. Usually I put all my media, unless it's, you know, something special and it comes out when you comp it, usually around $6.99, because I usually do a coupon anywhere from 10 to 20% monthly. So it just makes sense.
Mine will vary depend on how bad it is to how good it is. I'd say $2.98 probably to, you know, I've had some because they're really, really. And I'm not talking ultra rares, but I'm just saying semi. Sure. $7, $8.
That's pretty good.
You know, they will average probably about.
I mean, sometimes you'll find one that you're like, "Whoa, that's gonna sell for $12.99," but you're comparable and they move fast.
Did you remember a record that I just found that was $129 sold within a day or so?
Yeah, it was pretty impressive. You don't find those often, but when you do, you love it.
Especially when you didn't know it.
Sure. And speaking of another media buy, this is sealed too. Everybody's going after the sealed. Yeah. So keep looking for them, Darren.
Well, I've got 4 of them today that I took pictures of.
There you go. Brand new sealed Kudeman by Kudeman CD from 2008. Again, it's called a Groove Attack. Brand new sealed. And this sold for $8.99 plus ship. So see, this one had more of an oomph to it a little bit. And they took advantage of the discount that I have this month for April, which is 10%. So for me, Darren does it differently, but I always go 10, 15, this is monthly, 10, 15, 20, 10, 15, 20, just like.
She does a cycle.
Yeah, so every end of a quarter, it's 20% off. It's just.
Yeah, Madcap Toys is a little different than Madcap Toys Plus because we do different volume strategies.
Exactly. And next up, I'm sorry to say this, but I'm loving to see these gone. This was one of those remorse buys, kind of, sort of, but you live, you learn.
Did you buy it or did I buy
it? You bought it. You bought a slew of them at a flea market one day, and I was like, oh dear God. Yeah. From the Adam shelf, the first shelf, 1998 starting lineup, classic doubles, Derek Jeter and Ray Ordonez. We have one of these exact cards left, action figure packs. And, of course, found on Adam Shelf 1. And it sold for $10.98 plus ship. We made profit. We made over 200%. But those are slow movers.
I believe his name was Ray. And he offered me a deal because he was going out of business at his flea market up there in Ellisville. Mm-hmm. And I was in there buying all the time and stocking up and doing all kinds of things.
Well, his
him and his daughter, something just crashed on them. And they had to get out. I think a lot of it had to do with health issues.
Right.
But he said, Darren, you're here all the time. I'll cut you a really good deal. He said, I'll sell those to you basically for like 20 cents on the dollar, I was happy.
Wasn't his name Trader John's?
Yes, that was the official name of
the company.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, and yeah, it was, I could have used this actual cardigan this weekend. It was freezing. This is a beautiful cardigan from our palette by Women's Lightweight Cardigan. Bronze 2X. I actually tried it on and I kind of liked it, and I was like, oh, I didn't see this in my size, but oh well, right? But yeah, it's just as beautiful as it is on this lovely lady here, so I was impressed. And found in the Rudolph bag, and really good price. It sold for $10.19 plus ship. Can't complain. Like I said, we get our palette clothing at really cheap, about $1 to $2 max, if that. So I was super, super happy.
And that is something we're wanting to get a building for, is to get our own pallet.
To get our clothing up, hung, and skewed where we can just reach. And speaking of a couple of the Poshmark sales that we had today, they were clothing as well. They were actually hung up. All I had to do was walk, grab, go. I was so
made it a lot easier, didn't it?
Actually, I had three clothing pieces. Beautiful. I love it when it's so fast. And then I had that one shirt that I looked through, and it was crazy.
You couldn't find it nowhere.
5 bags 2 times. By then I was like, I'm done. It's not here. It's gone. All right, and next up, another media buy, another CD, Stony End by Barbara Streisand. I just barely listed that one from October 1990. I love it. And it sold for $5 plus ships. So made a little bit of
I'll be honest with you, I don't knock anybody that liked her singing, but I never was a fan of her. It just wasn't the right...
I didn't really know her.
It wasn't the right flair for me. You know what I mean?
I didn't really know her when she, I just didn't pay attention.
Right.
I just lived in my little kid world,
you know. For different folks,
I'm still in the kid world where, Smurfs still rule and Care Bears and My Little Pony.
Peter Cottontail.
Speaking of, we went to a yard sale after going to our yard sale Saturday.
2 yard sales.
And I was carrying my, and you guys haven't seen it, but my Loungefly Smurfette wallet, and I'm just walking around, looking at things, not thinking of anything. A lady goes, "Oh, I love your Smurfette wallet." Every time people see that wallet, a lot of ladies just go gaga over. I love it too. And my story is, and I'll have to bring it in to show you sometime, the front of it has Smurfette posing, and that's the exact same pose she did on the front of my pink lunchbox in the 4th grade. So when I saw it and I saw her pose, I said, I must have it. So that's what I did. And that was the reason why, because I just love it. I just love
I have
things
never
in my
seen
ear.
so many people make such a big what have you about something. So nobody, I don't even look at people's purses or wallets or anything.
I just love the toy kingdom. I love the Saturday morning cartoons from the 80s. I love everything about that was part of my life then. So yeah, I bring it to the table now. I'll wear when I can wear it. I'm going to be getting some more t-shirts that have those, just like Daren's wearing the Super Mario today. Just the nostalgia. I just love.
I'm going to have to get some more shirts. Some of these are about ready to be retired.
Kathy needs a wardrobe too,
I've got to
for
get
sure.
me a few more Madcap Toys work shirts.
Yes, we do. We're going to have to get into that. All right, next up, another sealed piece of media. This is sealed. This has been the theme so far. Monsters Incorporated DVD 2001, brand new, sealed in plastic, never been opened. Already got a positive feedback. And it sold for $7.99 plus ship. So a little bit more elevated for the fact it was sealed.
It was sealed
and didn't have to worry about it. It just moved. It was really, really good.
I'm hoping while you look up the next one that I can get a couple of live district sales this winter.
That'd be great.
So if they're not members, be sure to join up, because we're going to try to sell some items that people could get to resell.
Yeah, and also we have live selling auctions there. So if you're a person that just does live, or even just does live and then everything else, come be a part. You can start up shows there. Be a seller, join. I'll accept the look it over, accept the application, and you can do your live shows as much as you want. All right, and lastly, again, another media. Have you noticed the theme? Lots of media.
Yes, I have. But I've been putting on a lot of media, and so have you.
Madcap Toys Plus.
Yeah.
Lots of media. Lots. I just found this one today while Buffy was crying at the door. Autopilot Off. Audio CD by Autopilot Off. And they took advantage of course, the April discount, and it sold for $6.99 plus.
Shipping to boot.
Shipping to boot. That actually catches up Madcap Toys Plus for the half minute. So you know what Madcap Toys Plus has to do?
Sell some more. Well, at least we've still got eBay to do, Poshmark and Mercari.
Yeah.
You're a little bit behind on Poshmark and Mercari.
Poshmark and Mercari, yes, because they're now finally picking up, which is great. And then, of course, Madcap Toys isn't far behind. We have maybe a few sales because we've been keeping up with that.
We've been keeping up on that pretty good. Now, listen, what do you think about my idea of the reboot? I want your opinion since you're in front of the camera.
I've done it more than once.
Yeah,
and I know it's been a while. Yeah. It's been a while, at least 2 or 3 years, I think. 3 years plus. I think it's just because we're so exhausted from the Mercari reset.
Yeah.
And mostly you. I gotta admit, I've been working on my site to try to get it.
Her job is to move.
I have a goal to try to hit 7,000 items by the end of the year on that site alone. So I'm almost at 50%. I'm this close. So it's moving, and the numbers and the money's moving too. I'm actually doing more and more each month, and that's the whole goal. Well, but yeah, as far as going back to what you're asking, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I want to do it correctly.
Right.
In the sense of, say, for instance, you guys don't see it, but Monster Shelf 1. If we go to Monster Shelf 1, take it all down. I have a laptop I can throw in here that has internet or that.
Yeah, that's the way we're going to do it.
And Daren go, okay, do we have Darius and Gallimimus on Monster Shelf 1? Yes or no? Yeah, okay. Relisted. And then on and on and on and on. And then then he'll have to help me upstairs in the clothing area with the stuff mostly because
that's last.
That's not skewed. And say, is blah there, and so forth.
Well, the whole idea is we can catch it up, though. Yeah. It ought to be easier work. I mean,
because what we were experiencing is Daren said I had a shirt, a pallet shirt, that we moved over to mine, which it was skewed. So I thought, okay, I should be safe. You're never safe. Safe because they're skewed and they've got all the right bags. It'll be fine. Well, I made a sale the other day on it, on a size large. And it said it could, because it's the same type of shirt, it said it could be an Elves bag, Frosty bag, candy cane bag, and that, because there was 4 of different sizes. So I go to each bag, and one has absolutely none in it. And I thought, okay, that's strange. Go to the second bag. There's only 1 small when eBay said there was 2 smalls. Uh-oh, go figure.
Yeah, so did you edit it? Hopefully?
I edited it, yes. No, I always watch my back on that part. And then the third bag had 2 extra larges, or 2 extra larges, but the eBay said 2 extra larges, but also an extra large. There was no extra large, so I had to remove that.
Yeah.
And then on the 4th bag, there was a medium. There was no medium existent on any site. So I thought, this is so glonky, because I know that we don't just arbitrarily take an item and just put it up or throw it in a bag and go, we don't do that. We
never shelve or bag an item, closet an item, unless we put the item on. But we've had that happen a lot. It's like sometimes on eBay, items that we have on get thrown off, and then items that we have sold somehow when they reboot the system get put back on. So
or some are missing, or some either like the medium was on, but then it disappeared into Never Never Land on eBay anyway, and then the large existed at one time, but obviously it floated away, and then we had 2 smalls appear instead of 1. It should have been 1.
Yep.
You know. So it's like, it's just,
well, what crazy. That tells me from my experience, and they can say otherwise if they don't agree, but from my experience of 25 years, that tells me we've sold one, eBay's rebooted or retweaked the site, and it went back on like it never got touched.
Which is my fear of, like, everything else, but the great thing about it is if he resets, that hopefully will take care of a lot of the pain, at least up to that point.
Up till when we started again.
Up until that point, right. Yeah. But that's the thing. And so, so at this time, I made sure I knew that, for instance, there's a small in the Elves bag. I put in the custom SKU, Elves, small. You know, and then I put Snowflake bag, medium. You know, and then on from there. So when I look at the SKU, when it sells again, I know what it is, what bag, because of the multiple sizes. So, whew, but yeah. So, back again, finishing up your question, it's a great thing, but we're going to have to do it completely right to make sure we're on track.
Well, and another fear I have, of course, we're not going to do it this week. It'll probably be
give us a couple
this
weeks.
Next week when we get back from dealing with Mom and her birthday, or the kids' birthday, and the holiday there that we're celebrating late. But when we do that and we see them, we get back from whatever we're doing, it's going to be in between the time where we're doing, I'll be doing that during the week, plus putting on new items on all the sites.
Sure.
And then also we're going to deal with Travis probably quite a bit more this year.
Absolutely,
so,
absolutely.
And yard sales, and hopefully we'll get some fellow sellers joining us.
Yeah.
Because the more of us we get out there, the more bodies as it is, and the more stuff we can bring together.
Absolutely.
And sell. So, you know.
Absolutely. We're going to get it all together. Well, guys, we have spent a lot of time with you today, but I hope you are still fantastic, and we'll see you on Friday. But until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.